Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Mm,
What's the time there now?
It's 7 p.m.
Oh, 7 p.m. Are you done with the workout and everything?
No, today's my rest day.
Okay. So introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Nisha. I am 30 years old. I am currently living in Australia. It's my home now. I've been here for about 10 years. I am a medical scientist by profession. And other than that, I train. I lift weights, lots of weights. I do martial arts as well, kickboxing and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So that's
Okay.
pretty much.
Yeah, you're from Malaysia, right?
Yes, of course I
You
am. Yeah, I am. And I
like
moved here when I was like 18, 19. So when I was a
okay,
teenager
okay,
to study and I stayed on. Yeah.
okay. That's good. Actually, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to know you. Actually, I know you from Instagram at first. Like we know each other from Instagram, right? So
Yes.
I've been following your journey that I like how you started when even though the stereotype was there, it was like now it's not that much, but previously it was there that women cannot lift weights, you cannot go to the gym and everything. But you started even when people were condemning like lifting weights will make you bulkier and everything. I like that actually.
I've
So
heard all of that.
yeah. So how you started your journey actually in this fitness journey?
So I'm just gonna be very honest. I had no, I like just like anyone else, I had no idea what gym is, what even lifting is. My idea was gym means run on the treadmill, right? And at that point of time, maybe a few years ago, about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, was my first time like actually going to the gym, and all I did was running on the treadmill. I've had like not so good relationships in
Mm.
the past as when I was younger, and I needed that escape, that stress relief, and I refused to like smoke or drink alcohol or like put that energy in a very negative way. So
Mm.
I just started like running on the treadmill for 40 minutes and that's it. I thought people lifting like even 10 kilos was crazy. I think people who lift were like out of their mind. What's wrong with them? It's too heavy. And then I started, like, I had no idea how to lift, right? So I started what's that thing? What's the classes? Body pump.
Body
Yeah,
pump.
I started
Okay.
body pump. That's when you lift those little barbells and your dumbbells. That's when they show you how like the basics of
Basic stuff.
lifting.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it. Just the stress relief. It was not like I didn't start lifting to like oh, I want to have abs or grow a booty. Like it was never that, you know. It was more of like I need that that release of stress. And
Stress.
I found that lifting made me happy. No matter how bad of a day I have or how stressed I am, I always leave like feeling amazing. So that's when I sort of started. And then I kept like talking to personal trainers, friends, whoever that lift weights and slowly learn from there. Yeah.
It's actually it's something like most of us do like when we
Yeah.
start gym. It's mostly after the heartbreak, and then you start feeling
Yes.
depressed. You want to escape from the reality, and then you started to
Yeah.
lifting. So and then you enjoy the process. From there, you learn little bit by little bit, and then you push yourself to be better every day. So that's the I think most of us we've been going through, right? So like how it felt lifting as a female, and then breaking the stereotype that we lifting weights will make you bulkier, or you how did you break the fear?
I think it took me a very long time, first of all, to even as a female to be comfortable in a gym that's male dominated, right? You
Yeah.
see usually females on the cross trainer on the treadmill. We never see us,
Mm.
lifting weightlifting in weightlifting room where there's all men. It
Yeah.
took me like honestly only the last 3 years of my like 7, 8 year journey that I was completely comfortable, go in, owning it, don't feel intimidated. I think that's the word. I felt very intimidated, especially if you're new, like you don't know what you're doing. But I always told myself, I show up, who am I showing up for? For me. right?
True, true.
That's your main purpose. If you show up wondering what's that person's going to think, is it, and we always have that subconscious mind of, is that person looking at me, is people watching me? I'm sure a lot of people can relate to, like, you feel someone's watching and judging, but in theory they're probably daydreaming or waiting for the next rep or something, next set. But like, nobody really cares what you do. And I think you need to ask yourself, like, why are you showing up? And that's what I did. Like, every time I felt intimidated to go and start lifting, I'm like, Nisha, you're showing up for yourself. Like, so do it for you. And slowly my confidence built, because at the same time I was also embarrassed because I didn't really know how to lift well. I don't know what I was doing. I mean, we all start somewhere. And always I was the only female. Even now, even speaking out of lifting, I'm doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm rolling with men, 95%, in martial arts world still is male dominated.
Yeah.
But I think if you put your heart and soul, it doesn't matter where you are. I think people give you a lot of respect for like even trying as a female.
True.
So yeah, I think just like breaking the barrier and knowing your purpose. Yeah.
It's actually it's normal to be fear whenever we start a new thing or something that people other gender are dominated, and then we want to start there. It's normal to be fear, but the thing is, whenever a person, not only female, like normal, when obese people, they start to lift weights and everything, the majority of the people who is regularly going to the gym and everything definitely will respect them, and then they won't make you uncomfortable. It's just that it's our own thought that make us uncomfortable, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's your own sense of insecurity. It's it's
yes.
your reflection, of perceiving the world.
It's like how what they will think. Are they thinking something of me? Are they looking at me? Are they looking at me? So
yes, exactly.
So
I've been through all of that, everything to like, be finally where I am. I think it's a journey. I think everyone has to go through it. There's no, I mean, I can tell people you'll be fine, go in, but you will still have that anxiety.
That's normal. That's totally normal. You just have to go through it. That's all. Like, okay, like other than the fear, like, have you, as a female, when you go to the gym or when you go to jiu-jitsu or something like that, have you ever felt harassed, and how you overcome it?
I've had men approach me, and I think at the end of the day, you got to look at it as that's normal part of life. You can be in a bus and a guy approaches you, or in a restaurant or a bar, and I think how you react to it, because you're in control of how you react. And I've never really had men harass me to the way I felt unsafe. And even if I did, I would go and tell the personal trainer, like, someone's misbehaving, you better go and talk to them. But I've never had that experience. I've had men coming up to me in advances. I said, because I'm there to work. Like, I'm very, and I'm sure you can relate. When you're at the gym, you switch off. Yeah. Whatever bullshit around you, down and come up. Right?
You just focus on the lift. Yeah. You just focus.
Exactly. So that's why I'm there. Like, that's why. So if they approach me, I'll just say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'm here to work out. And usually, like, if you treat them with respect, they always appreciate that you're not, like, oh, don't talk to me, or with attitude or sassy. And I've seen girls do that, and I find that's quite rude, or it'll be embarrassing for the males. But I've never had that. I think if you treat someone with respect, regardless, they will reciprocate and go, okay, back off. I've never had bad experience. The only time that I've ever felt anxious or nervous is always my feelings within myself, not other people making me feel that way. Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of it. Now you don't feel that much of anxiety because you grow within yourself. It's just that you overcome that feeling. Like, you don't have the fear, and then you can, like, I'm just here to work out, and then I'm just here to improve myself, and then once you're done, you just out of there.
I've in and out. You've never seen me like chit-chatting to anyone. And another important thing I wanted to say is find a place that makes you feel like home. It makes a lot of difference. For years, I've been to many gyms, train at different places. There's only maybe 5 handful places of my 7-8 year journey that I truly felt I was home. And when I felt like that wasn't my gym, I just left. It's not because of someone treated me wrong or whatever. You just feel the vibe, the space, the people. You just feel like, I don't feel belong. I live on the Gold Coast. It's steroids galore. People here
Oh,
are plastic.
it's,
Girls are fake boobs, fake lips, fake everything. Men steroids. Like, because it's warmer up here.
yeah,
Girls are always in their bikinis and guys are shirtless, right? So image is everything. And I've been to a gym where that's all those kind of people there. It's just to look good. So I just felt like, you know what, I don't feel belong. Doesn't necessarily mean that what they're doing is wrong. It's just I'm not in that same group of people where,
people,
like, you show up to a gym and you can feel like, oh, everyone is chill, no one is judging anyone, no one is expecting some sort of standard that you need to be a bodybuilder to be there. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you feel welcome, and just you can be yourself. I think that's very important out of a lot of things, because I've noticed that my training was affected when I didn't like the place I was training in.
Ah, okay, okay. Okay, coming like okay, I didn't plan this question actually because since you say it, because you are in the industry
It's okay,
actually.
that's good. I like spontaneous stuff.
So you are in the industry where the plastic surgery is a big thing. You said how you said in the Gold Coast the plastic surgery is a big thing, and then you have seen a lot of side effects and everything like from the fake boobs, from fake asses and everything. People are on steroids. What do you think of it? And then do you think it's what made them people to choose in that
I
journey?
think at the end of the day, it's peer pressure. When you're surrounded by like people who have bigger lips or bigger boobs, it reflects on their insecurities, right? At
Yeah,
the end of the day, you're not happy with your smaller boobs, you want to get bigger boobs. You're not happy with your small lips, you want to get bigger. And I guess like media, the Kardashians, I don't follow them
yeah,
because that's not me. Like, I don't feed into those things, and men compete with each other, the
yeah,
bigger the better.
yeah,
Steroids,
yeah.
I'm not against people who take steroids. That's to each their own. I
Like
don't
that,
believe
yeah,
in it. I don't take anything. I
yeah,
just take my protein shake because I can't keep up with my protein intake, and
yeah,
like magnesium for muscle recovery. That's
yeah,
literally the only two things I take. But I guess being that you are subconsciously peer pressured,
yeah,
you know but I've never fallen into that, because you have to be secure as a person of what you see in the mirror. If you're insecure, you're going to start picking on things. And people here are big on image. And sometimes it's ridiculous. You see like duck lips, just her lips. You can see the lips before she shows up. Like, it's really bad here. Not
I,
against plastic, but it's like, it's just, sometimes it's just so ridiculous. And it's sad. At the end of the day, it shows that you're not happy with yourself, that
yeah.
you really need to fix things. But that is Gold Coast. That is the culture here.
Okay,
And to not fall into that trap is a whole other different thing. It's your pressure, right?
yeah.
So even girls, like, maybe their butt is nice, but what you see on social media, all these big
Oh,
booty, do
yeah,
your
true.
squats, do your
Which
stuff.
one
Constantly they want to grow a booty, but because it's what they feed
feel?
into.
Yeah. So it's
But
like
I'm not
that.
I'm not against people who do steroids or want to do plastic surgery. It's just not my cup of tea. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Same. Like for myself, I never. Or even though steroids are very tempting,
Yeah.
so it is
I understand
tempting.
why.
It is tempting actually sometimes the steroids and everything because it gives you a faster recovery and everything. It's just that it's I decided not to take steroid for my entire lifetime, and then I just want to focus on natural bodybuilding because like I just want to test myself on my genetic potential and then what it's going to give me in return, how I can maximize what I can do. So
Yeah.
these kind of things are my cup of tea, and I really
Yeah.
don't against people who take steroids because it's they want to do it. But the problem is when people don't understand that steroid is something
Yes.
people use in only competition, not in like a
Everyday.
normal, a normal way people do. No, it's not what normal
Yeah.
people do. If you want to improve your physique, no, you don't need steroid. You just need to be consistent.
Yeah.
A little bit of
Yeah.
knowledge, just track the calories and everything should be okay. But the problem is when people they admire people who take steroid and then they go and take the steroid and they're not taking properly and not doing the process properly, end up in a lot of side effects like from liver failure, strokes, acne.
Um,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
pretty bad. So
Yeah.
this,
Exactly.
yes, the only thing is you're not doing your research properly and you are
What do you call
expecting
those? Bro signs.
both sides. The bro
When they
science.
don't do their
Yeah.
homework and they listen to their bros.
They just want to, they don't do proper research. End of the day,
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
do
And
proper
it's
research.
so dangerous because of what you're consuming to your body. Like
Yes.
it's you should treat it with respect. Like if you
Yeah.
know what you're doing, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
But if
Yeah.
you don't just randomly put things in. Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yes, true. Okay, and going for our next question. And like, ever anyone sabotage your journey? Like I've seen my clients complain this most of the time. Sometimes people like to sabotage your journey because you're getting better at it. Like, have anyone stopped you from lifting weights? And then what did you do for that?
I've had, especially like from your own family members, like don't get too muscular
Yeah,
is the typical thing. You're a girl, you shouldn't lift so many weights,
yeah.
stop training. I have friends who I felt that sometimes the people around you like want you to do better, but never better than them. That's
True.
it,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah, I can
So they
understand that.
were like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that. It's because they're either envious or jealous at your progress. But at the end of the day, we work hard for it. What you
Yeah,
see now or how our bodies are, because we train hard, there's no shortcuts.
yeah,
But when you show them your routine, they can't keep up,
yeah,
But I've had that. I've had many times. But I thought to myself, this makes me happy, right? If I go to the club and get drunk, and smoke and drink, you're still gonna say something. You're
yeah.
still gonna be like, oh, look at her, she's a party animal, I mean, how many years you followed me through Instagram? Have you ever seen me in the nightclub? Never. I've been
Very
there for
less.
years. Like I've never, But can you imagine if I did that? Oh,
Yeah.
she's like, a party person. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just at the gym lifting. If you have a problem with it, whatever. Like I just thought that makes me happy, and I'm just doing whatever that makes me happy. People are always going to have their opinions, right?
Yeah.
And it's all subjective. They're not wrong, but I'm not wrong either. I guess it's just like do what makes you happy. I mean, if you try to please everyone, you're never going to be happy. You can never please everyone,
That's
and you're never going to be
that's
happy.
true. You can
So
never please anyone. Actually, that's very true.
yeah, like my mom calls me crazy because like I'm the craziest in the family. Like I do skydiving, I jump off of a plane. I go to the shooting range and shoot some guns, or like I'm doing martial arts now. And she's like, oh my God, like you can't stay still. But I'm like a very active person. So, and she always says, oh, you should be born a boy. Because
Is your family in,
that
or
makes more sense.
is your family there or in Malaysia?
All of this here. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay. So, what is like your top list, like top tips for female to grow muscle, and what you want to tell them to, like, how you grow your glutes or how you grow your upper body? What is the importance of growing upper body as a female? Because we have seen that I have seen a lot of females just grow their lower body, but they're not focusing on upper
Legs.
body. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like guys, they only focus on upper
Yeah.
body. They're not focusing on lower body. Yeah. So, what is the
Yeah.
thing that you want to say to them?
I think first up, like girls, especially females, they always have this mentality, I don't want to lift weights because I look bulky. I don't look bulky.
Yeah.
I have to take years of testosterone or hormonal
Hormone.
therapy to look
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah. True.
I mean, I've seen bodybuilders, females who are on steroids, and
Yeah.
they do look. It takes a lot of work to be there. Like they're never gonna look like that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, only when I flex, you can see my muscle definition. But at the end of the day, I still have like a feminine figure. Secondly, I think you need to change your purpose of why you want to start lifting weights. It's okay to have abs or grow a booty or upper body. How are you going to grow muscles in your glutes, for example? You need progressive overload, right?
Yeah. Yes. True.
But if your upper body is weak, how are you going to lift?
Yeah. Actually, it's a
so basic.
What people don't understand. It's a chain where one muscle and another muscle always interconnects for you to improve your strength. If you're not improving your overall strength, your overall body strength, you are not. It will be harder for you to grow your glutes until because you will plateau at one point. Everybody plateau. in the strength
Yeah.
in the strength term, you will
100%.
plateau. Yes. So you want to improve overall so that you
Yeah.
can manipulate a lot of things and then you can maximize your gains there.
Yes, 100% agree. Because like, if you want to grow your glutes, your core must be strong for
Yeah.
squats, for
Yeah.
deadlifts,
Yeah.
everything's core.
Yeah.
I don't train abs at all. I mean, I don't train my core at all, but I have abs.
Yeah.
I can't remember when the last I've done sit-ups. But because of just the weight training
yeah.
and kickboxing, it
Yeah.
uses a lot of hip
Oh,
and
yeah.
and your core. The power comes from there. Your arm is just like a tool to hit, right?
Yeah. True.
But that's the thing. If you want to grow your glutes, you got to understand your upper body has to be able to cope with the weight
Yeah.
that is needed to grow muscles.
True.
Same with men with like the upper body strength. You don't want, like, the common thing is you don't want chicken legs.
Yeah,
you don't
true.
want to look like you're so bulky and then you have like little legs. But like but people need to understand it all intertwines. Your body is like a whole teamwork effort. Everything
Interconnect.
And I want to encourage people to start lifting. If you don't know where to start, there's personal trainers at the gym. Ask
True.
questions. They're there to help. Like, I learned when I was in uni, I don't have any money. Like, I was a student. I worked at Subway for 6 years. Like, I just asked. I kept asking my friends, whoever that knew better than me. Always learn someone that is better than you. I think that's the only way you can improve. Kept asking them, reading up online. Through so many failures, I had more failures than success, that I'm here today, that I can confidently say I'm focusing on my form. I know what I'm doing. I know how to lift. And another thing is flexibility and mobility is so important.
True. Like people are very ignorant.
You can't lift.
And like they're not focusing on the mobility a lot because they think it's not important. But the thing is, that's the base of your lifting. If you're not if your mobility is not good, you're not engaging your muscle properly, you are not maximizing your range of motions, and then you are risking yourself to injury. So these kind of things are this is a basic of lifting. And the flexibility is mobility is pretty important.
It's shocking that a lot of people don't know that, including me years ago. I think that, okay, someone wrote me a plan. That's another thing. A lot of people, like, or PTs, not putting them down, but like they just write a plan. But don't focus on form. Do 10 reps of 5 sets. So people just go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but then you're not isolating. You're not, they just want to finish their workout. So they're not, okay, I've done it. And then they come back to the PT and go, I don't see results. Right? And you're like, you want to just strangle.
I've seen in my gym, people will like, I don't understand this, why they are rushing in doing the workout. Like, the machine is not going to run away from you, or do you have something else to do, or why you are not taking your time? Because there's a lot of difference. Like when you squat, I've seen people squat just to, obviously there's a lot of difference when you squat 10 reps fast and then you focus doing 10 reps of squat body weight, when you control the tempo and then you pushing yourself up properly and then contracting your quads and everything. So that's like, there's a lot of different. In this side, you just increasing your energy expenditure, and this side you're just increasing your energy expenditure, and you are increasing the hypertrophic effect of your muscle. So there's a lot of different, but when you see, it will look the same, but it's not the same, obviously.
No,
because
it's not.
You're not taking your time to contract, like you said, you're not isolating your muscle to contract.
No time under tension, nothing. And I think a lot of people do that because, okay, I showed up, I'm gonna quickly finish this. Okay, I'm free, I'm done. So they're not actually committed, and they have to think that it's quality over quantity.
True.
If I have a client, I rather them do maybe 4 sets of 8 or even 6 reps, but quality 6 reps, than 12 reps and it's half done kind of work. Because I know they're not actually working on the muscles. Like, you want to see them to see results. So that's like those basic 101 things.
True.
And diet is like a whole other thing.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, that's a whole. This is just lifting. Diet is like a whole other thing.
And okay, to the next question, like, what is your perspective towards people who are really concerned about stretch marks, loose skins, these kind of things? What is your advice you want to give to them?
I can, like, it would be easy for me to say I get over it, it's
Yeah,
nothing, or
that's true.
you see all the, I call it the toxic positivity, or
Yes.
embrace
Yeah,
whatever,
embrace. Yeah,
so toxic that it's so positive. But at
true.
the end of the day, that's not how we feel every day.
Yeah, true.
Starts, to be honest, I'm conscious about my legs. Like, no
Okay.
matter how much I lift, my body just loves storing fat at my thighs and my legs. But I'm a woman.
Yeah.
That's how women are built,
Built.
because it's built for childbirth, right?
Exactly. This is what I say. Like,
And hormones.
females
Yeah,
females have what higher body fat when it comes to,
exactly.
yeah, choosing, because you need fat on your lower body because due to the
Exactly.
pregnancy. So
Yeah.
you cannot really choose that, and you cannot really avoid that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't choose where my fat. I'm still conscious. Still today,
Yeah.
I'm still conscious about it. But like, I'm owning it. I have cellulite. No matter how much I live, it's just stubborn things. And I've known really good friends that has lost so much of weight. He was actually my old, like, mutual friends, Joshua Michael. He's lost a lot of weight on
Mm.
his weight loss journey. I've been following him for, like, on his weight loss journey, and he
The Malaysian
posted
guy,
all
right?
of it. Huh?
The Malaysian, right? Joshua.
He's a,
Yeah.
yeah, Joshua. And he
Mm.
posted, like, his photos of his loose skin, and there's people saying, "Oh, you need to do something about it." All those things.
Yeah.
It's the external sources that makes you feel shit about yourself.
True. True.
And at the end of the day, yeah, it is more burden. I can guarantee his skin alone
Yeah.
would weigh a few kilos.
Kilos.
But
Yes.
those, eventually, maybe he would need to go for surgery to remove the skin. That's a
Yes.
normal process for
Yeah.
someone that goes through such a huge weight loss.
Yes.
And even then, is for more of hygiene purposes,
Yeah.
But I think that I have stretch marks. Like, my weight over the years have fluctuated. I've shared many times on Instagram, like, very skinny, skinny figures, and then, like, me, I've never been overweight, but more on the plump side. But I have stretch marks, and I guess that people need to understand that that's normal, because we're so fixed in social media. The amount of things that you see is all Photoshop. All using filters. Even now, Instagram filters, like, your nose is different, your eyes is different, you don't look the same anymore. And I think we slowly, indirectly feed ourselves off social media, seeing this is perfect. And as soon as you see a stretch marks or even rolls in your tummy, they're like, ew. But that's all of us. That's everyone. I have abs, but if I sit down like this,
like, you have roles. Even when I was sharing for competition. I was sharing, like, I was sub 10% level, and then I was like around 6-7% body fat percentage. When I sit, I have rolls. That's pretty normal. I think, like, that's totally normal, and you really cannot avoid it. But people are very concerned about it. And also the stretch mark is normal, because when you increase in body fat percentage, your skin stretch.
and stretches.
Yeah, the property of the skin is like that, and then you just your skin stretch, and then when you lose weight, it cannot come back to the normal size. Yeah, you just like a bit crunching like that. Remember, like rubber, right? Like rubber, like you just extend to a certain level, but when you release it, you still have the wrinkles, like you still will have the wrinkles, but you won't be the same, but you still have the wrinkles, same like the skin.
And I think, if at all, that should make you proud, because that just shows, like, the journey of weight loss, and, like, reminds you of what you were and where you are now. And I think, just embrace it. And I feel like people look up to you, even if you're overweight, you're plump, you're skinny, whatever that you may be. If you have that confidence, people will be like, wow. They suddenly don't look at your flaws, because you don't make it your flaws.
Yes.
You just own it. Like, if I put my leg out on the side, there'll be cellulite. But, like, that's normal.
That's normal.
It's I think we need to just normalize and talk about these things more.
True.
And I actually filter my Instagram, who I follow, because sometimes a lot of people heavily edit their photos that you subconsciously compare yourself. Like, oh, how come my legs go like that? Or how come she doesn't have stretch marks on her belly, or whatever,
That's very important. I think, like, I myself, I have muted a lot of people in my Instagram account. Like, if it gives me a negative vibe of myself, it gives me like why I'm not like that or anything. I will, or I don't like their content. I will definitely either unfollow or mute them. That's all. Finish.
Bye.
Bye. Because because that it's my choice,
That's so
like,
true.
yeah, it is my choice because I have to take care of my mental before I have to take care, because I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's just that, like you say, it's not
It
my
doesn't
cup of
suit
tea.
you
Yeah,
or your beliefs or what you want to
yeah,
see.
yeah,
That's
true.
fine. Yeah.
That's fine. That's totally fine. It's not. It's just that I'm not hitting you. It's not for me.
Yeah. Completely agree. I'm so glad that like I met you. I don't even know how many we've known each other for many years.
Yes,
Hey,
yes, yes.
this is the first time we've actually
Yeah,
talking face to
talking like
face.
this.
But like no, like I look up to you because I feel like you and one of the very few people, especially Malaysian Indian, that emphasize on fitness and health. It's not just what's on the outside.
Outside.
Like
Yeah,
yeah, it's like your relationship with your food and
food. That's very
your
important.
nutrition, what you talk. I know like you have educated yourself
Mm.
from A to Z, and I feel like you're dedicated. You know what you're talking. You're not bro science. You're like the real deal.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people, and now like the worst is Instagram influencers. I hate
yeah,
to call myself that because I didn't even try.
yeah,
All I did was share my journey.
yeah. That's
I
all.
mean, you see, like I post stupid memes, I post sweaty, ugly
Yeah.
selfies. There's very rarely there'll be a nice photo of me. It's always like always after training, like dead and oily and the worst kind,
Fine. I think that's,
But you're not,
yeah.
yeah,
I think that's good actually, because we people need to do more of that, because when it comes to influencer, it's like you're showing off perfection, which is, it doesn't exist.
no.
Yeah,
You're even fooling yourself.
yeah,
You don't do that 24/7. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, I think I've created that amount of followers, and I have lots of young girls or girls alike, or even men. I've encouraged men to like start lifting, or
mm,
once in a while they'll send me like really nice essays going like, you have no idea how you motivate me, and I'm like, huh? I post the same crap every day. I wake up at like 4 in the morning, take my dog for a walk, go to the gym, the same thing. But they see that consistency, which
yeah,
you don't realize because
yes,
you have implemented that as
that,
habit.
true.
And at the end of the day, your success of bodybuilding or my success in lifting weights or whatever that I do now, having a nice body, it all comes down to hard work and consistency.
Consistency.
You have to have that mindset to change. If you're not happy with, for me, I believe if you're not happy with something, change it.
Change it. True.
You can wallow, you can self-pity and go, oh my god, I feel sorry for myself. Yes, process that. I'm not saying
True.
get over it.
True.
Process the
Process that.
feelings. We are humans, we all gonna get up having a bad day, but then there'll be a time where, okay, what can I do to make my situation better?
Not like you are having a day like very perfect, and then you wake up and then you lift 100 kg of squat. No, it doesn't work like that. Even though you have been hitting that kind of weight previously, you might not hit on that day because you're having a bad day. You might not have the enough energy.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you daily lifestyle, you don't have enough appetite to eat, to sleep. I think that's very normal. Don't perfect it. Perfection doesn't exist.
No, exactly. And people, if you fail today, you have tomorrow, pick yourself up. Don't wait till next Monday.
Yeah,
Because
just
it's
pick
a new
yourself
week.
up. Yeah, just pick yourself
Just
up.
pick yourself. Or next month or next year. And another big thing I think you and I can relate is people always say where you find the motivation.
Yeah, actually,
don't
there's
have
motivation. True. Yeah, there's no motivation
I
actually.
sound like a broken recorder. I'm like, no, babe, I don't have motivation every
Motivation.
day. There are days where I just like want to lay in bed. I'm like, I hate this. I don't want to do this.
It's just that
You
you want
know,
to do. Yeah, that's all. You just want to do, and then you
it's your
always
discipline, I
play.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already practice the consistency there. And even though when there will be time, I have taken break like 1 week, 2 weeks, and then like I come back. That's the main thing. Like you come back. You just have to come back again. You don't stop.
Yeah.
You don't stop.
That's true. And it's good. It's good to have that break. I feel like I come back stronger
Yeah, true.
when I have a couple of weeks break and just give my body a rest because you're consistently training and doing something. And when you come back stronger. And I think the gap that people leave from taking a break to coming back is too long.
That's the problem.
Lose that motivation. And the funny thing is being consistent isn't hard. getting back to the consistency is the hardest,
hardest thing.
because
True.
I've been there. Like I've
Yeah.
dropped off the bandwagon, and then for me to start my habit or routine again, I'm like, oh, this is really hard. But once you get the ball rolling, it's like, okay, just
Okay.
you wake up, you're thinking, okay, this is what I have to do. Like you don't really think twice. Yeah.
Okay. So I think this is the end of our podcast today. And then for your final, what is your final words to the people who is listening to this podcast?
I think I haven't thought about it, but I just wanted to say, like, I encourage you to like do what you want. A lot of people, maybe gym isn't their place. I get it. Some people just hate going and lifting or running. It's fine. A physical activity
It
that you
is
can do
true.
that will
True.
make yourself, or a hobby, something that will make yourself good internally, externally. If you're unhappy with something in yourself, seek professional help. I
True.
mean, example, you come to me, and just go for it. I
True.
think a lot of the times we stop ourselves from succeeding or trying anything new is because we're so worried about what people think.
True.
Um, just go for it. And
Okay.
girls, just lift weights.
Yes, true. Don't afraid to lift weights. Thanks a lot, Nisha.
It
Thanks.
doesn't make you manly.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for
Thank
joining
you. I've
today.
truly enjoyed our
Yeah, I
chat.
think this is going to be a really good podcast. Yeah, it was very,
I hope you enjoyed it,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I did.
I hope we can do more podcasts also in the future. Call you again also, no problem. So thank you and see you
Thank you so
soon.
much. I appreciate it. See ya.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.